Hey everybody, welcome back to another Zero Proof Hero podcast with me, Todd Clark. Today, we're closing the original series, the Origin series, episodes 1 through 4, the culture, the identity shift, the mental clarity. So this is different. This isn't about the 30, 60 days, the 90 days. It's about the challenge, the sobriety, things that go on from here on out. So from this episode forward, it'll be more topic based, whether it comes to family, work, life outside of work, friends, sobriety, and just about things that people can relate to. This sobriety journey that I've been on for a year and some change now has really opened up my eyes to clarity. I have a lot more ideas. This is the end of the beginning. So the myths about 90 days. You hear people ask all the time or say all the time, once you hit 90 days, everything's golden. It's a cakewalk. People think about cravings disappearing, life magically balances itself out and everything returns to normal. But here's the real truth from someone like me who lived through it. After 90 days, life doesn't become normal anymore. It's more of things just become more advanced, become more real. Your definition of normal changes, and that's where the real growth kicks in. When it comes to your education, I'm getting my master's degree, taking more classes than I ever have before, both on the PD side and the fire side. I just want myself to be better, and I feel like I have that, like I just unlocked another side of my brain after going through this journey, and still going through this journey now. So what really happens after the first 90 days? I fortunately felt that my brain finally settled. I was able to function a lot quicker than I was in the past. I can articulate myself a lot better. I can process things a lot quicker compared to what I was when I did have a beer here or there and still felt sluggish. My emotional reactions slowed down and something, just changed, and I showed up and showed out. I actually was there. My stress went back to old Todd before I drank. My late teens, when I was 20 and stuff like that. I was real mellow, laid back. I still was when I was drinking, don't get me wrong, but I'm back to my norm either way. I wasn't battling being hungover, feeling foggy and stuff like that. My identity started to rebuild. It used to be old Todd where I help people out. I'd find the extra energy to, if a friend was moving, I'd be like, oh, okay, I'll come help you move. I'm back to my old ways now, which is nice. My performance accelerated when it comes to going to the gym. My stamina went up when it comes to walking, going places, things like that with my gear on, whether it's fire or police. I didn't catch myself as winded, I used to get real bad acid reflux. I used to just feel bloated all the time, but I don't have that anymore. It's kind of nice. And I rediscovered stuff that I loved. I've gotten back into my scuba diving, which, this should be another video coming up in February. I'm going to Saba for a week. That's going to be really nice. But yeah, fell back in love with scuba diving, which I had before, fell off a little bit. Went through financial, issues, stuff like that. It ain't cheap to scuba dive now. But yeah, that 90 days, man, everything just blossomed. Everything started clicking, whether it came to school, whether it came to learning, whether it came to reaching back out to friends and family that I haven't talked to in a while, because I have that few beers at the bar on Sunday, be like, I'm going to go home and take a nap instead of driving out to them, drinking non-alcoholic beer and coming back, I didn't have to worry about any incidents with driving and stuff like that. It's kind of cool. It just opens up a whole new world that I haven't seen in a very long time. So that's just 90 days. So let's talk about the reality check when it comes to work. No one really wants to talk about this when it comes to the culture, but when you stop drinking, you expect people to react differently. You expect questions, pressure, and judgment. But truth is, most people don't push you anyway. They just watch you. Invited to events, and I just don't like, hey, okay, I'm just gonna. First off, I asked, do you have any non-alcoholic beers? And 9 times out of 10, if you see me on social media, the bars are actually accepting of it. They have 3 or 4 choices and stuff like that. And I walk around double fisting, pause, beers at the same time, just to fit in, be cool, stuff like that. And I guess all that had came to a full circle at the 90-day mark. I'm just used to it now. I go to places, you have non-alcoholic beer, okay. And like I said, 9 times out of 10 they do. If not, I know Coke is bad, but I'll just get a Coca-Cola, a little caffeine in it, get me sparked up a little bit. But that's all I really need. Um, it's cool whenever I am at those places because you got friends that'll be drinking in front of you. They follow me on social media and stuff. It's like, man, how long you been sober for? Like, give them, years some change. Oh, okay, cool. How did you do it? You know, did you start here? Ask for advice. And I'm not necessarily thinking of it as a coaching thing for them right now, but it's nice to know that they have some curiosity about it. They're like, hey, how did you do it? Did you start off with, drinking? I've had people drink a regular beer, then a non-alcoholic beer, then a regular beer at functions. And that's a good start. It's about what you want to do. I could tell you all these things left and right that can happen and stuff like that, and what is best for you and your health and things of that nature. But if you don't want to do it yourself, it's not going to happen. And I mean, that happened with me. I become an example, without trying to preach when I'm walking around with 2 beers in my hand that are non-alcoholic, and people are like, man, I caught you slipping. So that's positive of 90 days. So some of the unexpected benefits, some of the biggest benefits about going alcohol free don't show up until, months after 6, 8, 9 months. Like I said, I started school back after the second, third month, maybe, I guess 90 days. I started school again. I didn't really get back into continuing education for my career until maybe 100 so days. And it's just taking classes. They come so easily to my mind and just click. And I just, oh, okay, I'll take another. Oh, okay, I'll take another. I stopped waking up irritated. I stopped apologizing for things you don't necessarily remember or have the clarity about. I had the confidence back in ways I didn't really expect when it came to myself, my feelings towards others, the choices I was making. My skin was a little better besides this random thing that keeps irritating me. My skin's a lot better. My money situation is great. Um, and my patience return. I have patience even with my older sister who I can't stand still. And for me, my creativity woke up again. Look at me doing this now. And this is just the beginning. This is the reason why Zero Proof Hero was born. That's why the documentary happened. That's why the YouTube channel is expanding, and why Next Level Responder exists today is because of the choices I've made, 90 days forward. It's been a blessing, and I'm trying to reach out to other people, going to seminars, going to peer support meetings, and just reaching out, touch bases, give people that, I understand. I've been there before. And there's someone out there that understands and wants to help you get out of that funk, get you out of that space if you want to. It's all a voluntary thing if you want to. All I can do is give you the knowledge, give you the research, and we'll go from there. That's the cool thing about, what I'm trying to do and spread to others. So this is the last episode for the Origin series. This is the foundation of myself, the Zero Proof Hero movement, as well as the business portion for Next Level Responder, just to know that there is, again, someone out there that has been there and that understands the situations that we've been through as first responders. It's the start of a bigger chapter. I'm going to move to Apple, Spotify, and actually do the voices where you can listen to it in the car instead of on YouTube. That's the goal. Advising and informing others of the effects and the benefits of not having beverages, even in moderation. This isn't just about drinking, it's about living to your full capacity. You only have one life to live. And it's about being a better firefighter, paramedic, EMT, police officer, dispatcher, leader, parent, human. It's about stepping into who you were supposed to be before alcohol tried to dull the edges. In closing, thank you for rocking with me for these first 5 episodes. Thank you for being open with this conversation, and thank you for being part of something that's just getting started. Look out for me on my other platforms, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I'm even on LinkedIn as well. That's my professional side. We'll see you on the next chapter. Like I said, short form and long form should be coming out pretty soon, along with the podcast on Spotify and Apple Music. Talk to you soon. Y'all have a good one.